This will be broadcast at Pambazuka TV online. Part of helping each other or partnering in that way. It has started. So, gentlemen, I'm humbled and exceedingly honored to host you at Pambazuka TV online and learning about your business, in this 21st century, where everything is innovated and entrepreneurship is being applied. So you are on the right way. Once again, welcome to Pambazuka TV online, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. We appreciate for hosting us. Yeah, actually, like in a simple way, I'm Jonas Nteziyaemye.
Yeah.
I live in New York, specifically in Buffalo, New York, and I work with Equity Language and Employment Services as a founder. Yeah, that's brief about myself.
Okay, thank you, Jonas, and welcome to Pambazuka TV. Go ahead, Victor.
I'm Victor Harerimana, and I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's one of the biggest city. I mean, one of the biggest population. We have one of the biggest population of Africans, specifically Congolese.
Oh, yes,
Rwandese, from Africa. So I'm in the right place.
Right. Okay. Great. Yeah. So I've learned about Equity, Language and Employment Services, which you guys formed. Jonas, in brief, can you tell us what is Equity, Language and Employment Services?
Yeah, in briefly, Equity and the language employment services, it's an organization or it's a company which was started by us or a refugee-owned business. And the purpose of this organization was started to help refugees and immigrants in terms of solving language barriers, also solving employment issues. So basically, we are here as Equity Language and Employment Services to solve language barriers and employment services. That's what I can talk briefly about Equity Language and Employment Services.
Excellent. Yeah. So you guys are, interpreting or translating in different languages. Victor, so part of, translating languages, Victor, in how many languages do you guys translate and in which locations?
We are not limited to languages. We translate all the languages because Equity Languages and Employment Services is serving the world, not the US. So we are not limited to languages. We serve all the languages and all the cultures and the whole world.
Right. Can you give us at least 4 or 3 countries except the US you guys are serving?
Right.
We are serving Morocco. We are serving Haiti. And now we are also serving France. And whoever comes, we serve them. So we have people all over.
Excellent. Wow. Yeah. So in Morocco, in Haiti, and in France and everywhere, you guys are doing an amazing job. Right? As I mentioned, in this 21st century, we need the people to come up with such a, innovative business, entrepreneurship ideas so that we can be able to be job creators instead of being, job seekers. So you are on the right way and keep it up. So, Jonas, I've had you guys translate languages. So apart from translating languages or interpreting languages in different countries around the world, what else do you guys do?
Yeah, thank you so much, Pambazuka TV. As you can see, our name, it mentions languages, also employment. So that means we also offer employment services. And the reason we offer employment services, especially here in the USA, we all live on jobs. Right. That means if you have no job, you cannot live.
Yeah.
But again, remember, we are from a different country. So the way this country operates is different from the way other countries operate. Like, for example, in our country, we used to go in gardens, dig or farming, which is quite different from here. So that means to live better, we need to understand everything about USA and how jobs like works. So as Equity Language and Employment Services, we offer employment services. Under employment services, that means we help people to understand how jobs work here, or we help people to find the jobs which is equivalent to or which like we find the jobs which like equal to their desires. What do they need? Which kind of jobs do they need? Some of the people have complained that like when they reach in the USA, usanga, I will keep missing, usanga imirimo yo babona ari imirimo yo badashaka cyangwa se imirimo itari yo batekereje ngo bakora. So Equity Language and Employment Services, we are there to guide people, help people to get the job they desire, and also help them to understand how job works here. Example, first of all, like also, as you remember, like most of our people maybe didn't go to school or have no chance to go to school. We also help them to understand the policies of these companies. How do these companies work? Because every company has its own policies and its own laws. So we help them to understand every company, how it operates, and how and what laws they follow within that company. So that means we help people to understand like how those companies operate. Yeah, briefly, that's what like other things we do beside translation and the interpretation.
Wow, excellent. So it sounds like you guys are also in employment agents, which is very important, as you mentioned. Someone may need a job, but the job is doesn't know the skills that the job requires. So that's really very important. Like as an immigrant and refugees in a new country, you have taken a great step towards helping the newcomers or immigrant or refugees. That's really very important. So we know that people around the world, they follow us. We have some members in South Korea. We have some everywhere, like in Africa and all over. They will be able, I think, to access, your services and, guidance or anything. So that's really what we need, and that's what we encourage, the current youth or, people to get involved. I remember we had the DJ Green, the peacemaker. He told us, he was, sharing with us how he started a construction company, like as an immigrant, stand up and starting a construction company. So it gives a hope, and it expresses that the people who welcomed us, they did not welcome us to come and, depend on welfare or on government support, but it shows that actually, once again, even DJ said, where there is a challenge or where there is a problem, there is an opportunity. So that's really very impressive, and you guys keep it up. But Victor, as an immigrant and Black person in the US, what are the most challenges you guys face through, starting this business or on a daily basis? Victor, you can give us maybe 2 points, and then Jonas can also give us 2 points.
Yeah, by the way, like Jonas said, we are also employees, by the way, because I'm working somewhere. My background, I'm a teacher, so I'm working in the school system. Jonas is also employed somewhere. Yeah. So we understand people's problems, and the problems we are trying to solve are the problems we ourselves went through. Because I'm still new here. I've been here for only 3 years, I think, since 2018. And maybe it may be a surprise doing this. So one of the challenges we are facing is that we know very few things about the US. That's one of the challenges. But we are also maybe going to explain some of the solutions or the ways we are overcoming them.
Right.
And the other challenge is in Kinyarwanda, they say, "Nta muhanuzi w'iwabo." So some people, when they see, hey, that is Victor, the person I know very well doing this.
You are right. Yes.
Sometimes they don't even believe that we can do something. You know, some people believe that maybe the natives or the whites can do all the things better. When they see you like in the office or maybe somewhere, a place important, they don't even trust you. So those are some of the challenges, to mention a few.
Great. Jonas, jump in and also give us what are the main two challenges you guys face.
I think, as Victor said, as we are trying to solve the issues or the problem refugees face, these are the same challenges, or these are the same problem we faced when we first came. First of all, I will jump, maybe first I will talk on the language, then another thing I will talk on employment. When you go on in terms of language, I think languages has been a biggest problem to our people, or the refugees. Like when I came here, actually I had a chance to work as an interpreter in a certain organization called the Journey's End. So I worked there like as an interpreter for almost 2 years. But now, like the biggest challenge I found, like refugees facing, because when I see an old person facing a challenge, I assume it's me because my mother. That's right. I found that these people, like for example, are from Congo or from a different country. At times when they go to request an interpreter, they give them option because the language they speak, it's not there. For example, someone say, maybe I speak Kinyabwisha. Now, like here in most country or in every company or every organization which provide interpreters, they sometimes find they have no one who can understand what Kinyabwisha is. Now, I found actually I was the only person serving the almost whole New York, because now if someone would come and say, I speak Kinyabwisha, what is Kinyabwisha? We know Kinyarwanda, we know Kirundi, we know what. And now they didn't know how to differentiate or how these languages work together. So one of the things which made us to come in is like to solve that issue. Like everyone should be given according to his needs. Like if you need Kinyabwisha, they need to give you Kinyabwisha. If you need whatever. The other thing you find, like for example, Swahili. Now you find some people, when they are here, they say they are from Congo, immediately they give them Swahili. Now when they give them Swahili, at times they don't give someone like who is present, they give someone on the phone. And when they give a phone, it's someone maybe from like from a Congo Swahili from Tanzania. Now this person starts saying, I don't understand. Now, we found it's a very biggest challenge we need to sort out. And that's something we came to solve, that like we need to solve like this problem by giving them the solution. Then about employment. Employment is the biggest problem, like we have a biggest challenge we have like in our communities. Yeah, especially like these companies, they have like policies they have to follow. Now, like for example, when we see like they are training which goes on in companies. Now, when they are giving these trainings in companies, either you know English or you don't know English, for them they don't care. They put on a screen on the TV. Now they tell them, enter in the room. There is a session. There is a training. You guys can watch as you learn. Now, because for me, actually, I have got a chance to work in the company, which like I have the people who don't understand English, but they treat all of us the same. Either you understand English, you don't understand English, they don't care. So now what happened, for example, now like when they are maybe training about sexual harassment, actually when you ask someone about sexual harassment, they don't know what sexual harassment is. And when you don't know about sexual harassment, when you are involved in this working situation in America, that's a very big problem. So our coming in is to see that how do we work with these companies closely to help like our people understand how these companies operate. So the most challenge actually most people face, or what we face generally as immigrant, is like we because of maybe these problems I have mentioned. It's like we intend to limit ourselves because maybe we think like, for us, we cannot do anything, or for us, we are immigrant, or for us, we cannot go higher. But I think I found out.
We are black too.
Exactly. Yep. But I found actually like we are the people to create the opportunities. Like we are the one to prove to them that we can also do something. We can also contribute something. So by working together, we thought like by bringing this organization, it will help us to create the relationship between our people and their employers, that their employers can understand them better, more than the way they can work with them alone. So that's something we are trying to solve in this situation.
Wow, that's great.
I'll jump in. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm glad that Jonas brought that about what are the reasons or the purpose, or what made us come in as translators and employment services providers. We found that people are forced to speak the languages in their countries, but those are not the languages of their heart. Mm-hmm. For example, if somebody says that he will translate for me in Swahili, yes, I speak Swahili, I understand it, but is it the language of my heart? No. So if maybe I'm in a doctor's office and I'm supposed to explain my problems in Swahili, or maybe in any other language, even maybe in Kinyarwanda, I may not be served as I should. So it's like a disservice to me. So the reason we came in is that we wanted to provide the right interpreters for the right people, not speak Swahili because we have a Swahili interpreter, but wanted to know the people and provide the services they deserve. That's why we came with. Also, when it came to employment services, people should understand that language barrier is not a disability. And being not speaking a language, a certain language, for example, English or French, doesn't mean that you are not fit for any company, for a certain company, because you have your skills. So the problem is just communication. So when we come in, we help to link or to bridge that gap between the employer and the employee when it comes to language problems and maybe also misunderstandings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good explanation. So you guys, I can see you are moving forward and you are in the right direction. So when do you want, like, where do you want your business in the next 10 years? Jonas, go ahead.
I think the question, where do we want our business in 10 years or more than 10 years?
Right.
Briefly, like I will go back to what Victor has been saying. One of the things actually, like for us, we think we need to value a language. Mm-hmm. One, mu Kinyarwanda avugaga ururimi rw'umuntu. But at times, iyo tugeze muri aga mahanga, we intend to forget our languages. So for us, we need to put our languages the first priority. Buri muntu yubahirwe ururimi rwe. Nuba ugamba Kinyarwanda wumve kutari, like you can be hard. You don't need to have inferiority. Like we need to, like, for example, already in America, like they put Spanish in first, like English, Spanish. The reason why Spanish comes with English, it's because many people speak Spanish, and Spanish came up saying like, oh, I think we are many. We also need to be hard. So now twishyize hamwe, like of course our purpose is to make sure like now our people should not have that inferiority yo feeling maybe like nimba mfite ikibazo ntokirumva cyangwa nta muntu uracyumva, so twe kuza no kugira like maybe like how do we see our people feeling free, flexible, atari kusanga like kubera ugiye usanga like even there is a division. Which division? Like within ourselves, kasanga hariho English people, local people. That shouldn't be happening. So kasanga like we are with our parents, but really our parents think we are different because for us we speak good English, for them they don't speak. So that means we cannot communicate. So we want to cover that gap by like bringing our language in. Like we can. How do we? Like put our language on board, like our language should be more valued than anything. So we want to see in 10 years, we want to see that like actually like everyone feel comfortable of speaking whatever language you can speak. If it is Kinyarwanda, if it is Kinyabush, it's like we help you feel comfortable, and whatever thing you communicate, it can be heard by anyone in any office, in everywhere. That's our focus, to bring our people together in terms of speaking languages. Then in terms of jobs, in 10 years we want to see ourselves, or more than 10 years, we want to see that everyone is able like to feel comfortable in working places. Like actually everyone understand how the work is done here in America, and to make like to help someone feel comfortable at like can occupy an office without less or whatever any limitation, like you are able to occupy an office and like it doesn't matter where you're from. So we need to help people like feel comfortable, and also at least to serve more than 100 people who have started their business on their own, because we want to help also people to start business, because if you have to start business but you have started, we are people like them, we are officially registered, and not only officially registered, but we are connected to other big organizations. That's why we are able to serve everyone wherever you are. So we need to help also other people to start their own business as they employ their fellow people. Because the moment we start our own business, we shall be able to employ our people, and also we shall be able to serve our own people. So that's the most thing we are focusing on. Maybe Victor can jump on, because like to...
Yeah, Victor, jump on.
Yeah, you are right. You see, we are now serving the world, as I said, but we are not serving everyone on the world. So we want to see that we have reached it on the ground. That's why we came even to Pambazuka TV, because like for now, like Jonas said, many big organizations around in New York, Ohio, and even California are working with us. But there are many people on the ground that don't know that we are existing. It may have been even a surprise to you when we approached you. So what we want to do is we want everyone to be aware of us. And also, when everyone is aware of us, it means that everyone will be able to approach us when they are in need and when they know our services. And when this one happens now, we will have achieved our goal of serving our community and our people. Then we want to have at least an office or maybe a basement in every city in the United States, so that people can be closer to people. That's where we want to be. And also, maybe we want also to see that we are helping people who maybe where we have our backgrounds. We have people back maybe in Africa, and we also have people maybe in outside USA. Right. And those people also need our services. Right. So if you maybe Enoch, you know someone, and maybe we don't know how to reach to that person, we are trying to go through people to reach others so that we can serve everyone. Because our motto says serving the world and the whole world. So if we don't reach everyone on the ground, it means that we have not achieved our goals. So our achievement will be when we are serving everyone and giving them opportunity to be to reach us and become available for them when they need us.
Great. Yeah. So I think you guys are a great example of innovation, business, and entrepreneurship, because some people, they think because I'm Black, I don't speak any language, I can just ignore myself, and you are frustrated, and you end up, some end up committing suicide because of such. But we've seen so many younger people drowning in the Mediterranean Sea, try to run in Europe or in the US to seek for a job. So as a great example of younger people starting a business, because I know you guys had, a lot of challenges, as I mentioned. I've been here in Canada more than 15 years, so I know what immigrants go through, trying to adjust the life, trying to understand the languages, and so forth on. So what message would you be sending to those younger people drowning in the Mediterranean Sea, trying to run away? Like, they don't know that where there is a challenge, there is an opportunity. What message can you guys send to them? We can start with you, Jonas.
I think for me, the only message I can give to such a people is always to understand, like, where there is a challenge, there is also an opportunity. So when you face any problem or any challenge, it should help you to stand strong and understand that you can, like, actually, someone always told me that, like, when you face a problem, it's a time to understand or to learn and make sure, like, if the problem is coming, it helps you to open your mind. So instead of like closing your mind, you should open your mind. So we should be not, when the problem comes, let us not close our mind, but let us not open our mind widely. That always be patient and always seek for help wherever you can. Instead of like trying to run away or trying to say, for me, maybe I can try to find for help. For example, we are the way we are today, not because we are so wise, not because we are bright, but because other people also helped us. We are able to express our issues to people who can, and they were able to help us. And that's why we are here, or even us, like any problem we have or any issue you have, you can reach to us. If we cannot, actually, we can connect you to people who can. Because when you connect to us, we connect you to the right place or to the right people. So let anyone who have any problem concerning maybe anything, job problems or language problem or anything related to immigration issues, we can try to connect these people. For example, I won't forget, like, we are partner to big organization which are working here in the USA, the biggest organization which have lawyers, which have different kind of offices. Yeah, any problem, like any person you have, should, whatever, any place you are, you may be, for example, in Africa, but you are trying to find the way you can have a job here in America, or you are somewhere you are trying to see, like, how can I get opportunity in America? Like, can I live better life like someone is, or can I have a better job like someone who is somewhere? We can solve that problem, or we can answer that question. So only thing I will say is, like, they should have hope, and they should know that whenever they face a challenge, it is a picture showing that they are going on the right direction, not running away.
Right. Yeah. You guys are you are incredible, and you you are just a great example of on how we can be able to solve the problems we are facing. So I have about 10 minutes left, but we're going to try to to wrap up. This is so starting with you, Victor. Many companies or many organizations have slowed down because of COVID-19. Did you guys have any effect or any delay or any challenges about the COVID-19 with your business?
Yeah, the good news is that we started during COVID. So that means that we are brave enough to go through COVID. But as we are proceeding, like you said, we faced many challenges because reaching like the offices or other companies, we are using phones, and Zoom has been very important for us.
Right.
But it was a challenge because like when a person hears you saying something and sees you, it gives an impression. But when somebody just hears your voice,
right.
And funny enough, our accent, people don't trust us. So, and also, but when you are seeing someone in person and you explain your views and maybe what you need, sometimes it's easy to hear. And also, most people are not in their offices. People are working at home, and some of the programs were put down. So this also like delayed us. That's why we even got some of our contracts very late. We started like serving few people, but to get very bigger contract, it's when like maybe the Afghan refugees came, and also when people started opening their businesses. So it slowed us down, and it even delayed our registration in New York. So that was actually one of the challenges.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So I think we started discussing, and then I missed introduction. I have a few minutes left, so I'm gonna get you guys introduce yourself. You know where you are located. You know, when we start like that, and then starting professional, sometimes we lose it. You know, so Jonas, introduce yourself and where you live, and you know, I will be able to turn it at put at the beginning, okay?
Yeah, actually, like in a simple way, I'm Jonas Nteziyaemye.
Yeah.
I live in New York, specifically in Buffalo, New York, and I work with Equity Language and Employment Services as a founder. Yeah, that's brief about myself.
Okay, thank you, Jonas, and welcome to Pambazuka TV. Go ahead, Victor.
I'm Victor Harerimana, and I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's one of the biggest city. I mean, one of the biggest population. We have one of the biggest population of Africans, specifically Congolese.
Oh, yes,
Rwandese, from Africa. So I'm in the right place.
Right. Okay. Great. Yeah. So you guys, you know, we normally have challenges with the YouTube. So normally, if we have a discussion for more than 15 minutes or 20 minutes, they don't allow us to post. We have to cut it. So this information I got, I'm gonna post it tonight. Remember to subscribe and like. Sure. And I will pin down the Equity Language and Employment Services, and I will make sure I put your contact, because you know people need your services, and we appreciate you for being part of the the solution of the problems immigrants and people around the world are facing. I was so happy to host you at Pambazuka TV Online. Once again, we appreciated your time, and thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Okay.
Thank you so much, and we appreciate. In a quick second, if anyone who needs us, please he can contact your TV to appear again, and we can explain more on the employment, whatever, everything like benefits they are supposed to get in their workplace, better credit. We do all such a kind of thing. So if anyone is interested, like in us to come and talk more about our businesses, please.
Thank you so much, Jonas. We'll make sure, I think some people will contact you, because they need to know about the credit, they need to know the benefit, because some people, they jump in a company, they don't know what will be the benefit in case they get injured or anything happens. So I think we got to pattern more so that people can know what really they deserve. So once again, you guys, have a good evening, okay?
Thank you so much. We appreciate a lot.
Okay, bye.
Bye.